Hi, I'm Judy. Welcome to Go Within Yoga. This is Bandit, who will probably move over there and just sleep for the rest of this video. Gather up any props you may need. Today I'm practicing on the bed, and the only prop I need is the pillows. That is it. So you may want some blocks, a bolster. Go ahead and get those. Today we are working on your upper back, your shoulders, a little bit of your neck, and your arms. And the intention I'm offering to you is to savor your accomplishments. There goes Bandit. You can choose whatever intention you'd like to set right now, or have no intention at all. It's all up to you. And go ahead, begin to transition to this time that it's just for you. There's nothing to do, nothing to check off your to-do list. Begin to feel the space around you. And you can start off laying down. You can be sitting up like I am. We're just going to begin with some 3-part or Dirga breath. Right about now, you should see a link to another video that goes into a bit more detail about that particular breath work. And as always, anything I offer to you in this practice, it's your choice. You are always in control. Dirga breath is simply breathing into your belly and then inhaling some more into your heart, and finally inhaling some more right underneath your collarbone. So you're taking a really deep breath and then letting it all out through your nose, both in and out through your nose, and a long, slow exhalation. So you're inhaling inspiration and you're exhaling anything you don't need anymore. So let's begin. I'm going to get you started, and then I'm going to tell you a little story. So inhale into your belly deeply through your nose. Feel that belly moving underneath your hand. Inhale a little bit more up into your heart. Feel that moving under your hand. And finally, all the way up to your collarbones. And then let it all out with a long, slow exhale. Now, your breaths may not match my cueing, and I'm going to be stopping that cueing. So just continue on your own. That doesn't feel right in your body today. Just deep breaths and close your eyes if that feels comfortable to do so. So first I'm going to share this quote that hopefully I can read. You have to remember that the hard days are what makes you stronger. The bad days make you realize what a good day is. And if you never have bad days, you would never have that sense of accomplishment. And that quote is from Ali Reisman. I'm going to ask you to ponder all throughout this practice, and perhaps during your Savasana, what accomplishments you're proud of so far this year. And I'm going to share one of mine, and it's a big one. So, about 5 years ago, roughly 5 years ago, I graduated from my yoga teacher training. And I like to say often that it was both the best and the worst day of my life. It was the best because I graduated. You know, you're never sure. You know, you put a lot of work into it. My dad had gotten very sick right as I was going through the very last week of my training, taking the exam, filming my very first video. It was a rough week. I had to go down to my parents. I had to come back here to film that video. It was hard. But I felt such a sense of accomplishment as I was in the hospital with my parents, getting the word that I had passed. I was also told that same day that I had 4 hours to choose a rehabilitation center for my father. That is not a lot of time for such a major decision. So it was a really tough day. And there's been a lot of tough days since then. But one of the things I'm most proud of is not just that I became a yoga teacher. It's that I started this channel And in fact, in just a month or so, I will be celebrating 5 years of filming free Yin Yoga practices for everyone. Now, my channel is not huge, it's pretty obvious. And that's okay. That's not what I set out to do. In fact, I didn't even think I'd be filming videos still now, but the pandemic happened. I always feel that if I touch one person with my videos, that's great. I'm really happy. And if I touch more, that's even better. And if I'm not your cup of tea and you move on, that's fine. There are many yoga teachers out there. But I'm just really proud that I stuck with it for 5 years. I'm proud of the work that I've shared with you. You probably don't know this about me, but I'm really a very shy, introverted person. And I knew absolutely nothing about video when it started. Some days I feel like I still don't know anything about video. It was a huge leap of faith, and it was a huge learning curve. Okay, enough about me. This is about you. Go ahead and let your breathing return to normal. And go ahead and come onto your knees. Come into a tabletop position to begin with. Take your knees wide, whether you're on the bed or the mat. Sit your hips back onto your heels. And we're going to do thread the needle in child's pose, so slightly different. And you can grab whatever props you need on your ankles, between your legs, sitting on a pillow or a block. All those things can make child's pose, if it's not comfortable for you, more comfortable. And then stretch one arm up, take your left hand and reach it through, bring your head down and just let go. With every exhale, allow yourself to sink deeper into your mat or your bed, whatever surface you are on, and just feel tension and stress melting away from your arms and your shoulders and your upper back. The last couple of breaths here. And begin to press into the arm that's stretched up. Draw it back towards your body. Press into that palm. Bring yourself briefly upright and take a little pause before we move to the second side. Big breath in, and on an exhale, stretch the other arm forward. Take your right arm, bring it underneath the left, and right ear comes down towards the bed. What is it, buddy? What's the matter? Allow your body to be supported by the surface, by your props, and just allow everything to relax and let go. Last couple of breaths here. And press into the palm that's stretched out. Slowly bring it back to your body as you raise yourself back into a tabletop position. Taking a brief pause, and then allow yourself to come onto your back. You can also come down onto your stomach into crocodile pose, but you can also come into pentacle pose. So feet are about hip widths apart, and arms are coming out from the shoulders, basically making a star on your surface. Last couple of breaths here. Notice where the energy is moving in your body. And then slowly come over onto one side. Come back up into a tabletop position. I'm going to grab my other pillow, stack it up a little closer to my body. From here, I'm going to take my elbows onto my pillows and my hands into a prayer position. Now this could be enough for you, but I'm going to go ahead and bring my hands back behind my head, and oh, that feels very nice to me, and it may not to you, so always listen to your body. So this is a slight variation of melting heart. What accomplishments are you most proud of so far this year? I know you have some. This is a great position to feel your breath going into the back of your body. Feeling the ribs spread apart on the back of your body and then coming back together. Taking nice, deep, full breaths. And last couple of breaths here. And slowly release the arms wherever they are. Bringing your hands back towards your torso. And well, for our next pose, well, not our next pose, we're going to rebound in Pentacle first. And again, you can choose to do Crocodile, which is like this, just laying just like on your stomach, elbows out, and forehead onto your hands that are one on top of the other. Well, that actually sounds pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and stay like this for just a minute. We're just going to be here in a minute. We're trying to feel where the body is moving, where the energy in the body is moving. And anything else that may just bubble up for you. You can also be in Pentacle position as we were in the last. And the last couple of breaths here. And then slowly roll over onto your side. And you have a few options here. You can take your bolster or your blankets or pillows like I'm using, and you can take them vertically on your bed. Take your hips slightly away from your pillow and go ahead and lay down. I would suggest 2 pillows to raise your chest a little bit. That's one option. We're going into supported fish. The other option is to take your 2 pillows and place them right about where, if you're a woman, the bra strap is in the back. So you're opening up your heart. In this case, you do want your hips pretty much right next to your pillows or bolster. And arms can come out to the sides in a T like I have them. They can be up behind your head. They can be like in a V, coming down towards a V towards your hips. Whatever feels right to you. In addition to heart opening in supported fish, we're also just giving the lungs a lot of room to do their work, allowing you to take nice, deep breaths. In addition to that, we're also stimulating the lung and large intestine meridians. This whole practice is aimed at that, and that may help you to ward off colds and flus in the fall season. It can also help with anxiety, with grief and sadness. And if you'd like, you can take one hand to your stomach and the other hand to your heart and come back to that Dirga breath, that 3-part breath. Totally up to you. It's an option. So inhale into the belly. A little more into your heart. And finally up underneath collarbones. And then exhale out. And continue on with that breathing pattern. For about a minute maybe. I'll let you know. And then let that breathing go. Your arms wherever you'd like to take them, and just return to long, deep breaths in and out through your nose. What are you most proud of having done so far this year? And some days that's just getting through the year, and that's okay. But I know each and every one of you who's practicing with me has done something that you're really proud of. It doesn't have to be big, it could be really small. Maybe you gave up coffee, which could be big. Maybe you decided that you would smile at people more. Little things. Get outside more. What are you most proud of so far? Last couple of breaths here. And we're moving into Savasana. So you might like to take the soles of your feet to the mat, bending your knees, and maybe just lifting slightly and taking one of those pillows out from under your back, or maybe taking a bolster out, whatever you've reached for in your practice. And I just like to, besides getting banded off of my leggings, I just like to reread the quote I read at the beginning, because I think it has a great message. I really do. So Ali Reisman said, "You have to remember that the hard days are what makes you stronger. The bad days make you realize what a good day is. If you never have the bad days, you would never have that sense of accomplishment." I think that's so true. Okay. Well, that's not good. You're going to hear a little noise here. Apparently we just lost power. I have no clue why. Yeah, that's our generator going on, probably. Sorry about that. Most likely you won't hear that too much. Let's continue to relax in Shavasana, bringing your attention back to your intention. Where your attention goes, or rather, where your intention goes, that's where your thoughts flow. It's not quite the right quote, but you get the idea. And I offered you to savor your accomplishments. We're working on savoring the whole month of October. The mental element is about letting go, about releasing the things we don't need. But I'm trying to turn that around and look at the positive. Because the positive is in there, I promise you. even in the tough times. And take a few more moments in Shavasana. An invitation to stay in Shavasana for as long as you need. And if you are going to move on, begin to allow your breath to deepen. Notice your body. Notice how safe and secure it is, cradled by your surface, and all the points of your body that is touching that surface. The back of your head, the back of your shoulders, your legs, and the back of your heels. Slowly begin to take whatever movements you feel called to take. Bring yourself back into this moment as you begin to transition from being to doing once again. Making your way to an upright seated position if that's comfortable for you. Inhale, bring the palms of the hands together in front of your heart, slightly bowing your head over your hands. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you always savor your accomplishments. And deep breath in, and let it out, maybe through your mouth. Allow your hands to fall into your lap and slowly blink your eyes open, taking in your mat and taking in the rest of your room as you raise your head. I apologize for this dark end of the video. I'm glad, I guess it's not dark after all. Yeah, it's an adventure. The video is a real adventure. I really like to try and keep things real most of the time. You know, it's not all sunshine and unicorns all the time, for sure. We do go through hard things in our life. I went through a lot of hard times after that with my dad. Lost my dog at the end of that year. You may have seen a chocolate dog in some of my older videos. Lola. We lost her at the end of that year. You know, my mom broke her hip 3 years ago. I've mentioned a time or two. And she's been going almost steadily downhill since then. She's really quite elderly, so she's had a good long life. The pandemic, obviously. Lots and lots of other stuff as well. I know, we all go through things. We all do. But they do make us stronger. It may not feel that way when we're in it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you've made it this far, I really thank you for tolerating this particular interesting voyage. If you'd like to practice with me again, go ahead and click the subscribe and click the bell. And if you'd enjoyed this video despite the challenges, go ahead and click the like button because that helps more people to find my channel. Have a wonderful rest of your day.